want to map out partnerships for an inclusive health strategy in Zimbabwe. So it should be disability inclusive. Yes, we can be inclusive in various ways. We know that there are some strategies that the government has taken to make sure that other groups are involved, women, older people. Older people, for example, are a very good example. In any clinic that you get to, in any hospital that you get to, there is actually a clause that will say if a person is over this age, they don't pay. It's a strategy that government has put in place for old people, and so that they see that the health sector is inclusive for people who are old or for older persons. But what we wanted to have a conversation around is a health strategy that is disability inclusive. Okay, so I took the time to look at this national health strategy. It's for 2016 to 2020. It's placing disability under what we are calling non-communicable diseases. Do you see that? So which means we have to have a strategy that has got a view about disability that is not saying it's a disease. The moment we take disability as a disease, it's a problem. I saw this really getting into the strategy. Every goal that they are making, disability is a disease. So every step that they're taking in the strategy from that they took on that strategy up to 2020 was looking at corrective measures that can be put in place. How can we reduce disability? They were saying we must reduce disability, we must mitigate. So can you see where the problem is? How the strategy is viewing disability. So for me, this was one of the biggest gaps that I saw, to say, how is our health strategy viewing people with disabilities? They are sick people. They need rehabilitation. So the problem with that would now be all the steps that are taken towards people with disabilities is to say, how can we correct it? There are so many children with disabilities. That is why I think children with disabilities are spending up to 12 years under rehabilitation, failing to access school.
Government but wrong because we must empower people. If maybe disabled people here, maybe 2 million, then we have 2 million. Oh, wait for Jerry to develop way.
What is more important is to understand that everyone has got their own perspective of life. They look at things from their own vantage point. So if you have a disability lens, it is your responsibility to make sure that it is prioritized by others who do not have a disability lens. Because everyone has got a different expectation. Others are worried about children, others are worried about women, others are worried about gay rights, others are worried about faith, others are worried about business, education. Everyone has got an interest. And if you are representing the disability community, you need to change your strategy from being emotional to rational. That means you have to stop being reactive. You have to start being proactive. That means you need to stop feeling disengaged. You need to start engaging.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.